Welcome to the Beautiful Bow YouTube channel, and today I am bringing you another review of some Dua fragrances that I picked up. I don't even want to make you wait any longer. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, let's go. So the very first fragrance that I'm going to be talking about today, I sought out this one. I sought out this fragrance because I love it. I love the original, and I just didn't want to pay the original's price. So I said, okay, let's see if I can find somebody who has some type of recreation of it. And that was Dua. So this very first fragrance is called Supernova. And Supernova is pretty much inspired by Royale Parfum's Elysium. Now, the thing about Supernova is that with Dua, they don't just have an expression that's the Parfum Cologne or the Eau de Parfum. So the Eau de Parfum and the Cologne are pretty much both in this, and they're a hybrid. So this is technically a hybrid fragrance of both of these Royale Parfums together. This is classified as an aromatic feu jour. There are tons of notes, so I'm not going to read them out, but I will tell you this. This has a very bright and fruity, citrusy type of opening, and on the dry down, it's still citrusy, but it's a little bit more deeper and kind of a more concentrated and less sharp type of smell to it, right? This will have you smelling like a rich bag of red Skittles with a bit more citrus, so it might have a few more of the orange and lemon Skittles in the bag. I mean, basically, this is what you're getting. It smells so good. When I tell you this smells so good, if you like somewhat fruity, citrusy, aromatic type of fragrances, you are going to love Supernova. What I started doing with these fragrance bottles, because this is one of the ones that I truly feel needs to macerate. Maceration needs to take place for this to reach its full potential. And when I first got it and I sprayed it, my initial spray, I just thought it was very citrusy. I wasn't really getting the Elysium vibe from it, but I came back to this about 2.5, 3 weeks later, and yeah, it was everything that I needed. What I started doing, and this is a tip for other people who may have some Dua fragrances, I started putting the date that I received it on the bottom so that I kind of know how long I've had it, to kind of go back and check it and say, okay, well, I checked it on this date. It's been this long since I've had it, you know, and kind of find what the sweet spot is for this particular fragrance. Because for something like Supernova, I've never done backup bottles, but I think that with a couple of my Duas, I'm definitely going to turn into one of the backup bottle type of people. So this is Supernova. If you like a nice, rich, fruity, somewhat citrusy, but yet it has a little depth to it that, you know, it can be worn by men or women. And actually, I believe this is classified as masculine, but this is absolutely a beautiful unisex fragrance that I feel is best during maybe summertime, spring, summer. You can be easy on the sprays because it's going to last, but I'm going to wear this year round. I pretty much wear fragrances when I feel like wearing them. Y'all know when my spirit moves me to pick it up off the shelf, that's when I put it on. But I can see if you are a seasoned type of person living in Atlanta, Georgia, I'm probably going to be able to wear this from about February, March through October-ish. But this is Supernova. I love it. You should try it. Yeah. And it's a powerhouse fragrance. It's one of those powerhouse fragrances. Okay. The next fragrance I'm going to talk about is Wicked. So this is Wicked. And Wicked, here we go again, is inspired by Royale Parfum's Scandal Pour Homme. And the thing about Wicked and actually Supernova is for the actual inspiration fragrances, the originals, I got those samples at the same time. So I purchased a bunch of samples, and when I smelled Elysium, like I was blown away from jump. And this is, I'm talking about from my sticky note test that I do. I get them, spray them on sticky notes, smell them initially, put them down, and pretty much come back every hour on the hour. When I originally smelled Scandal by Roja Parfums, I said, no, it's kind of old schoolish. I don't think I'm gonna wear this. And I put it down. But every time I came back to smell the sticky note, I couldn't stop sniffing it. It was kind of one of those fragrances that were kind of just seeping into me. Like I love to inhale it. It just did that for me. So this also has a ton of notes that I'm not going to read, but this is classified as an aromatic fougere. And for me, making it plain, this is the fougere. Okay, this is a very elegant, classic type of barbershop scent that, even though this is actually my scent of the day today, I feel as though if you wear this in some of the cooler months or the cooler seasons, it is going to knock you on your feet. It is going to turn heads, and people are going to want to know what you're wearing. And to me, this smells like you have a 401k stock options and you give really good advice. That's what I get. I mean, that's what I get. It's very grown and sexy. I don't put an age range on who can wear this, but I really feel like this is a confident. You have to have the type of confidence to wear this. But you can really just like to smell good, put it on, and people will still ask you, what the hell are you wearing? I don't normally speak too much to how well the recreation or expression compares to the original fragrance or the actual inspiration. But for this one, I'm going to say on initial spray, this is about 90-95% close. Only because Dua has amped up some of these spices in it just a little bit more. But on the dry down, I put Wicked on one hand, I put my Scandal on the other one, and I could not tell them apart in the dry down. And I'll do you one better. I had a house guest today that came over and took her to the fragrance area. And she smelled this and said, I have to have it. I need it. I want it. And I had some samples that I had purchased from Smells and Suds. And I actually went ahead and gave her the sample since I actually have a bottle. And I actually think that this is also going to be added to my list of backup bottles, only because I love it so much. Like, it smells so good that I really want to make sure I have one that has been macerating and is ready to go whenever I run low on this one. And I kind of see myself allowing people to smell some of my fragrances. And for a couple of these, I may have about half a bottle or something left at some point, and I may just end up giving them the rest of the bottle. That's kind of how I roll. So, Wicked by Dua. This is one of the few that, out of any scent that I've tried that's a recreation, that I actually think is pretty much 100% spot on. I do not know how much or how long this has been macerating, because I actually got this in a swap. So I can't attest to that. All I can say is when I received it, it was ready to wear. When I received my sample, it was ready to wear. Okay? All right. Now, the last fragrance we're going to talk about is called Casino Royale Nights. And when I tell you which original this fragrance is inspired by, for most people, they probably already have it. If you're really heavily into fragrances, you're not new to niche fragrances, you probably have this. Okay, so Casino Royale Nights, it's currently retailing for $65 on their website. It is inspired by Maison Francis Kurkdjian's Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait de Parfum. Listen, this is classified as an Oriental floral. This doesn't have that many notes, but I'm still not going to, well, I'll go ahead and tell you these notes. This says Grandiflorum Jasmine from Egypt, Saffron, Bitter Almond from Morocco, Resin, Cedar, Musk, and Ambergris. This is the Cotton Candy Kang, okay? not the Cotton Candy King, the Cotton Candy Kang. This is the type of fragrance that men and women can rock, wear, definitely layer with, wear alone, any event, any occasion, work, signature scent worthy. This is that type of fragrance, okay? I feel as though if you're going to explore fragrances, just about anybody I know who does that has, if not the original Baccarat Rouge 540, they definitely have some form of fragrance like Casino Royale Nights. And for anybody who's into Dua, I think most of them have Casino Royale Nights at this point. And this is such a flexible and agile type of fragrance with Dua that Dua pretty much has a casino line. They have multiple fragrances that are hybrids or even tribrids that they have mixed this particular scent or fragrance with to create a whole nother experience. So without a shadow of a doubt, you need to have Casino Royale Nights in your arsenal. And if you are a woman or a man and you are dating someone, cohabitating with someone, I guarantee you they're probably going to pick up your bottle a time or two and try to smell your stuff. That's just the bottom line. Like I said, this is inviting, it's cozy, it's comforting, and it does all of that. But I feel like this can be worn any time of the year that you like. So as you know, with all my fragrances, I'm pretty much going to wear them whenever I feel like it. Some of them I might wear more towards the winter or cooler months or fall, but this is definitely something I'm going to wear year round. And I don't want you to be scared when I say that this is unisex, even though it's cotton candy-ish. So fellas or masculine of center presenting individuals, this is the type of fragrance that will have your boo thing that you know you've not been vibing with lately pop up to your house and say, I need you to come outside in the driveway so I can talk to you for a little minute. And they end up having you there for 2 to 3 hours because they don't want you to leave. And all they keep doing is smelling your chest. This is this one. This is it. This the one. This the one. Ladies, feminine presenting individuals, I guarantee you if you go take a shower and walk by your boo and go in the kitchen, somebody's going to try to creep up behind you and catch a cop feel, grab, whatever you want to call it, while you're trying to cook. This is really that type of fragrance. You know, it's not too much going on, not too many florals, not too fruity, not too masculine, not too heavy. It's just that type of scent where it's safe. It's just very safe. So these are the 3 fragrances that I am reviewing for today. Really quick, both Supernova and Casino Royale Nights, I had them delivered on May 18th. So we're almost about a month into it. And while I will say the Supernova for me definitely needed to macerate for a couple of weeks, at least 2 weeks, the Casino Royale Nights was ready to go off jump. The Wicked was a swap, so I'm not exactly sure how long it was macerating, but it was ready to go when I received the bottle. Supernova right now is retailing for $65. Wicked is retailing for $55. And Casino Royale Nights is also retailing for $65. Well, all right, folks. As far as longevity and all of that, I have tested every single one of these fragrances, what I call doing the sleep test. So the sleep test for me, because I get kind of hot when I sleep, I may spray one of these on around 9, 10 o'clock. I wake up in the morning around 7 or 8 and I still smell all of these on my skin. And if I spray them anywhere on any type of clothing, I'm going to smell that for a couple of days. So easily, I'm going to say longevity on my skin and the projection from my skin is about 6 to 8 hours. I haven't been around a lot of people to see if they can smell it as much, but I will tell you I can still smell it. And for me, that means a lot. So I will make sure that I put the name of these fragrances and a link to Dua's website down in the description. I enjoy sharing this information with you all. If you are a Dua frag type of person, or you know you have some Duas and you have these particular bottles, I'd love for you to go ahead, subscribe to the channel, put comments and feedback down in the comments section, and let me know how you feel about these. Let me know if you got the same type of impression or experience from these as I got. Hey, what does it hurt? Okay, I enjoyed you. I hope you enjoyed this particular video. I'll holler at you later.